Hi guys, Jonathan here from Yoga for Men, and today's practice is going to be a slow flow that's more core based. We're going to focus on the core as much as we can. And the core is not a six-pack abs. The core is from your thoracic chest down into your groins. At least that's how I view it. So the emphasis is on the core, and it's not about getting a six-pack. It's about improving flexibility in a 360 range of motion all the way around, and it's about improving your digestion as well. So there's going to be a lot of props used today, so get out your blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 around me, so you might want 4 as well. And get your yoga blankets as well. All right, I've got 2, and let's have a strap close by just in case. All right, so with that, we're going to sit, we're going to center, we're going to be right here in this moment and forget about everything that's happened prior to this moment and not think about everything that is coming down the pike later today. Our intention is just sit, focus on the breath, and be still for just a minute. Won't be long. So generally when we sit in yoga, it's an easy posture with the knees on the floor and the sit bones are weighted equally on either side, and we lift up through the spine. But it might not be easy for you to sit quite like I am, so we're going to give you some variations, some modifications for that. So generally when people are new to sitting, we'll take a couple of blocks. I like side by side. You may want to stack them, but what we want to accomplish is getting the knees higher than the sitting bones, because that'll take pressure off the lumbar spine. All right, so I'm going to get another blanket out. I'm going to place it on top. You may need 2 for comfort. So you can see it's created this nice little sitting shelf for me, elevated and comfortable. That's what we're going for, comfort. And as we sit, we see the knees drop below the sitting bones and the pelvis. Like I said, that takes that pressure off that lower back. So with that being said, we're just going to sit and focus on the breath. We're going to not affect the breath. We're just going to watch the breath come into the body and leave the body. Just as simple as that. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go, nowhere to be, at least for the next minute, and then we'll get moving. So with that, let's just focus on the breath. Inhale and exhale. Nice, slow drawing in of the breath. An easy release of the breath out. Shoulders are dropping down and away. Jaw is releasing, no tension in the jaw or the temples. Just notice if there is, don't judge it. Just a few more breaths here. Let's begin to come out of that, and we're going to remove our props, and we're going to come down onto our back. Okay, so just find a nice comfortable position lying on your back. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor, and we're going to inhale deeply and exhale and draw the knees into the chest. Feeling that lower back pancake and spread on the floor. Inhale, release the knees just a little bit. And exhale, draw them in. See if you can pull them in just a little bit more deeply. And one more time like that. Inhaling. And exhaling. Take claim of your right knee. And let's extend the left leg long on the ground. You can keep that leg bent if you want, but if you need to go a little further, you can push through that heel. Inhale deeply. Exhale, draw that right knee in just a little closer to the chest. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, let it go. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, letting go. And exhale, drawing in. Bring both knees back into the chest. Draw them in a little more tightly. Take claim of the left knee and extend the right leg along the ground, or keep that leg bent. Either way, pushing through that heel. Inhaling. Exhaling, drawing that left knee in. Inhale to release. Exhale to deepen. Inhale. And exhale. It's very important to keep the movement and the breath coordinated. Let's draw both those knees back in. Inhaling, exhaling, drawing in, and take that left leg back down again. We're going to extend the right arm along the ground, and we're going to draw that right knee gently across the midline of the body. The hip can stay on the floor. It may come up a little bit, but we're not looking for much depth here. Continuing the breath. And return to center. Let's switch legs. Extending that right heel, drawing that leg in, left arm to the side, and then draw across the midline. Nice and easy. Go slow. Return knee to midline and release both feet down to the floor. Let's bend the knees. We're going to move into some bridge postures. Let's go ahead and grab a block and take that block and place it in between our knees. Now the position of the foot is just outside the reach of the fingers. You can see my fingers are reaching as long as they can, and the heel's about 1 inch or 2 away from them. The feet are about hip width apart. Look for any comfort you need. Maybe more than hip width, maybe less. Hands are on the floor. We're squeezing the block with our knees, which activates the inner deep groins. And from there, on the inhale, we're going to then exhale and lift, leading with the pelvis, leading with the groin, pushing the knees away towards the back wall, the wall that way. Inhale here. Exhale, lower, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down, spreading your back along the floor. Inhaling on the ground. Exhaling, pushing the knees away, lifting. The butt is not clenched. It's only slightly engaged. Lowering on the out breath. Inhale. Exhale to lift. Inhale here. And exhale to lower. Move the block, set it to the side, draw the knees in one more time. Inhale, exhale, bring them in. Now, however's comfortable for you, make your way to seated posture again. We're going to come up onto our knees in a nice tabletop position. And what I'm going to do here, this is tabletop. I'm just going to demo that really quickly. The wrists, elbows, and shoulders are aligned. The knees and hips are aligned. The knees are about hip width apart. And if I look back between my legs, I can see my feet. I don't want to do that. I want to take the feet behind the knees, all right? Nice neutral back, neutral level spine, okay? So that's your basic tabletop posture right there. But what I want to do is take the blanket, again for comfort, and put it beneath my knees. So these blankets are folded in thirds, but I'm going to make this one into a half. All right, so we're going to return to that tabletop position, and we're going to move into some easy cat-cow. So we're going to inhale and lift the chin and the tailbone and drop the belly. And then exhaling, we're going to reverse that, leading with the tail, coming up through the back, and then tucking the chin very gently, pushing the ground away. Inhale, rising. This is your cow. And exhaling into cat. Let's do that about 3 more times. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale up, moving on your own time, your own breath. Exhaling up, tucking that tail under gently. One last time. Inhaling, drawing the shoulders away, and then exhaling. Now let's get into a little core activation from here. So we're going to maintain this tabletop position. I'm going to extend my right foot and press back through the heel. I'm going to extend my left hand and reach to the fingertips. From there, I'm on my next inhale. I'm going to lift hand and foot, palm faces inward, pushing through that heel and hold. And breathe. Make sure this hand is pushing firmly into the ground and the shoulder is strong. Next out breath, lower and return to tabletop. I'm going to do the other side, so extend through those left toes. Right hand comes forward. Inhale. and lift and breathe and reach. You can see these fingers are reaching far in the opposite direction of where that heel is pushing towards. And lower. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, except we're going to have some movement to it. So reach out with the left fingertips. Right foot goes back. Inhale up. These are called bird dogs. We're going to crunch that in and extend. Exhaling, crunch and extend. One more time. Inhale, long for length. And exhale, take it in. Find that reach one last time and return to center. Return to your tabletop. So inhale. Foot's extended, heels extended, hands and fingers are extended. Inhale up. Find that length. Exhale, crunch that in. Inhale long. Take it in, pulling belly to spine. Inhale long. One last time, crunch it in. And then maintain that length one more time and lower. Let's take an easy, real quick child's pose. So take your knees about mat width apart. Settle the butt towards the heels. Extend the arms long. We're here for just a second, reaching and extending both directions. Breath continues. Slowly make your way up, and let's remove that blanket. And we're going to come on to our stomachs. And since I mentioned earlier that the core is 360 degrees, we're going to start activating the back a little bit too and opening that up and getting ready. So come down onto your stomach. Going to move through some easy cobra poses, all right? So the hands come to your shoulders. And we're going to gently lift. Feet are firmly on the floor. Quads are activated. Butt is not clenching. It's not gripping. You don't want to do that because that could really damage and pinch your lower back. But with that being said, we're going to inhale up gently. Shoulders are drawing back. Elbows are drawing back. Heart is drawing through the gate of your shoulders. And low. We're going to do that a few more times. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling up. Coming up just a little bit higher each time, exhaling down. Inhaling up. And exhaling to lower. We're going to be here for just one more second. We're going to get into the shoulders a little bit before we start moving and flowing and coming to standing. So take your fingers out wide, tent the fingers. We're going to inhale up into that same cobra. Make sure those feet are on the floor. Tops of the feet are pressing into the floor. And we're going to dip the right shoulder down and inhale back up. Dip the left shoulder down on the out breath and inhale back up. Two more times. Down, up, down, up, lower to center, hands right back into cobra position. See if you can come up just a little bit higher this time. And lower down. Make your way to tabletop, and then make your way to the top of the mat in standing position. All right. So we're going to find our mountain. Feet and toes are spread firmly into the ground. They're pushing the earth away. Shoulders are up, drawn back. Palms are facing forward. Chin is high. And breathe. Recenter yourself. We're leaving that warm up behind, and we're going to begin to move just a little bit here. So we're heading towards going into our sun salutations, but before we do, we're going to do what I call clang the bell, which warms and loosens up the whole body. So I'm going to face you, actually, I think, so you can see it a little more easily. So feet are about hip width apart, so the feet and ankles come right below the shoulders. Maybe point the toes out just a little bit. And all we're going to do is twist and swing. And you're going to let the hands be loose. You're going to let the shoulders and arms be loose. Find a little more movement in the knees. I do this about 30 times. Keep breathing. It's really hard to time the movement with the breath on this, so just keep breathing through it. This opens every joint in the body pretty much. Gets the back loose. And we continue working on that 360 degree range of motion in the core. Few more times, and then let that go nice and slowly. Step to the front of the mat. We're going to get into some sun salutations. We're going to modify these heavily. So I don't know what your level is at home, but I'm just going to operate on the assumption that you need help with sun salutations and that you're new to the practice or maybe just a little bit older. So we're going to use these blocks to all of the sun salutations, all right? So just follow me, you'll be fine. Feet are about hip width apart. Toes are about 3/4 of the way up the block, all right? So inhale, arms come high, reaching tall, fingers spread. Exhale, nice, generous bend in the knees, fold forward, hands come to blocks. Inhale, rise, flat back, looking for neutral, knees are still bent. Exhale, fold, and step it back, right foot, left foot, knees come down. Find that child's pose we did just a little while ago, reaching forward. Come back through tabletop. Inhaling through, nice, easy cobra, not looking for any depth in this posture, really. Leading from the core, exhaling, let's find our first down dog of the day. Your heels may not come down all the way. They might. You'll find with the blocks here, it gives you that little bit of extra space. And maybe in your practice, you've never had or been able to bring your heels to the floor, but this will do it for you. If you can't, take that bend in the knees. Nice, generous bend. There's no one watching. You can take it as deeply as you want. Breathing. Inhale, and on your next end, exhale, let's step it on up. Walk it on up, as a matter of fact. Right back to the blocks, 3/4 of the way up. Inhale, find that flat back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Hands to heart center. Now, one thing, sun salutations are terrific to warm up. I'm just going to talk for just a second. Sun salutations are terrific for warm up, but they don't really get into the side lateral body. So what I'm going to do is add a little flavor to the sun salutation. We're going to go into what I call kneeling gates. So we're going to open up the side. So let's start at standing again. Find your center. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold it down. Bend in the knees. Inhale, rise, finding that neutral flat back as best you can. Inhaling, let's step the left foot back. Right foot back. Find that plank. Knees come down. Let's find our child pose. Inhaling up through table. Drawing the heart through. And then going back to down dog. Now from here, we're going to inhale the right foot up about level, about parallel, I guess I would say, with the other leg. I don't know how to describe that. My foot's straight back out. Just push through that heel. Anyway, take that knee down. All right. Right hand comes down to the floor, center of the body, and then we open. Left arm comes over the body. Let's actually kickstand this right leg out a little bit more. I think you'll find a little more stability in the posture if you do that. So inhale, we rise, leading with the side body, nice and strong, engaged core. Right arm comes up and over and reaches. So you can see by doing the sun salutation, by adding this into the sun salutation, we're getting into that lateral part of the body. And then take it down. Find your low plank. Hold it for just a second. Tuck toes. Find your downward dog. Breathe it out here. Inhale, left foot comes up, parallel with the floor. Exhale, bring that knee down. Left hand comes off the block, finds the center of the body. Knee kickstand, leg kickstands out to the side. Inhale, take that right arm over. And breathe. Next, inhale, strong through the side body. Reach up with the right arm overhead. Right arm snakes down that right leg. Returning to center, finding the blocks. If you want a bit of a challenge, let's find a high plank this time. Knees can always come down, but if you need a bit more, find that high plank. And breathe. Take it directly back to downward dog. Maybe pedal the feet here. Keep breathing. Gaze come forward on the out breath. Walk it up. Inhale, rise, finding that neutral flat back. Exhale, fold it down. Bend in the knees. Rise up strongly, pushing the ground away with the feet. Hands come to heart center. Hope you're feeling good. I am. You probably noticed a big shift in your body since when you started the practice, nice and warm. We're going to move into some sun salutation Bs, and again, we're going to modify these as well at home. So just so you know, if you're used to doing sun Bs, expect a little bit of a change in this, all right? So we're going to find our chair posture. So bend the knees, reach up long and away, butt settles backwards, knees are behind the toes. Exhale forward. Inhale, find that flat back. Exhale, right foot steps back. Left foot steps back. Take the knees down, find the child's pose. Inhale, up and through. Tuck toes, leading with the core, strong lower back. Find that down dog. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, step it forward. Rising, here's a little bit of a challenge for you. Rising up directly into crescent. I always teach crescent. I rarely teach or do warrior one in my own practice. It just doesn't feel right for my body, so I use crescent. But if you use warrior one, feel free. Let's take the arms down into goalpost arms. So if you're in warrior one, come to crescent. Breathing still, and then find the twist to the right, keeping the arms in goalpost. Breathing, not much of a twist here. It's gentle. Inhale back to center, arms come up, arms go down onto the blocks. Let's take it right back to down dog. Keep on breathing. Inhale, left foot comes up, step it up. If it doesn't come all the way, which it very well might, just bring it halfway and then take your arm and help it up. There's no one watching, no one cares. Do what you need to do. Do you. Inhale, rise. And breathe and settle. Arms come to goalpost. Inhale, and on the out breath, twist. Nice and gentle twist. It's about a 50% twist, I would call it. Breathing, twisting right to that corner. Inhale, back to center. Arms come up. Exhale, take it down. Step it right back to down dog. If you're used to doing chaturangas in your practice and you need more and you know what I'm talking about, feel free. I'm not doing any in this practice. So, like I said earlier, do you. If you need it, go for it. Breathing, holding, extending long. Inhale, next out breath, walk it back to the top. Inhale, find that flat back. Exhale, fold it down. Let's move back into our chair posture. So toes can come together, make like a kind of a pie shape with your feet. Let's lift those blocks so you can maybe see that. Fingertips swing down, knees come together, finding chair posture or awkward pose. Make sure your knees aren't jutting out over your toes. Next, inhale, stand tall, hands come to heart center, and breathe, settle, and find your center. Collect yourself. Return to your breath, return to your practice if your mind is strayed. So we're going to take that chair flow, that little chair posture we did, and we're going to turn that into flow just on its own. And this is really going to get you warm. It's going to get some deeper twists started because we'll get into deeper twists later in the practice. So I just want you to kind of watch me for a second at home if you're new. If not, let's do this. Inhale, find that chair. Let's hands to heart center. Let's take that twist to the right. I'm going to modify taking this flat hand on this fist like that. If you need full prayer, go right ahead. I'm not going to do it. Knees are level. Breathe. Release. Bring hands forward. Find the chair. And let's take it to the other side. I'm modified on this side as well. Knees are level. If the knees start jutting like that, you're twisted too far. Come out of that twist and get those knees back to level, back to flat. Inhale, find that twist. Excuse me. Inhale, find your length. Exhale, let's find that twist to the right again. We're going to move it a little bit quicker now. Inhale, find the chair. Take it down. Left hand is flat. Right hand is on a fist. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale, slowly back, find that chair. One more time. Inhale, push that ground away strongly, hands to heart center, and breathe. And we got a lot of twisting in, as you probably just noticed. So what I'm going to do is work that out a bit. Let's counter posture that. So I'm going to face you. You can stay where you're at. So feet are hip width apart. Hands are clasped like this. They're interlaced. We're going to draw the hands down and then draw the arms up. Inhale strongly, and then we're going to bend it over. On the out-breath, bend it over. That left foot pushing strongly into the ground. You can feel a line of energy all the way up the body. Inhale back to center. And then exhale and take it to the left. Inhale back to center and lower the arms. Shake out the hands, shake out the shoulders, shake out the whole body. I'm going to move into a little more vigorous movement in this posture. It's going to require a little balance on your part. Just follow along at home if you don't quite understand where I'm going with this. So we're going to inhale the arms up. We're going to step that right foot back. Train track the feet towards center. And then take the right foot and face it back. And we're going to go into that crescent posture that we did earlier. So foot comes up, rotate that entire femur in first, and then take the body forward. Inhale the arms up, nice, strong, and powerful. These postures are called warrior postures for a reason. Breathing strongly. That foot, that heel is pushing back. Lots of energy through this line of the body. Keep breathing. Leaving the right hand where it is, we're going to take the left hand and bring it down to the ground. If you can't reach the ground, let's get a block there. And then we're going to inhale and twist and open with the right arm, reaching tall and breathing. You're going to get tired of hearing me say that, but it's just the way yoga is, my friends. Inhaling, sweeping up, finding that crescent again, strongly pushing away with that right leg, train track the feet. Let's take it again to the front. Again, come up on that toe, rotate that entire femur in as best you can, and then move to the front. Breathing strongly. My breath is getting nice and deep and warm now. From here, we're going to leave the left hand where it is. Right hand comes down, finding that block, pushing into that block strongly, and then engaging that top part of the body. The torso twists open. Breathing strong. Ooh, I'm breaking a sweat, guys. I hope you are too. Let's take that arm down, rise up into the crescent posture. Straighten that front leg. Let's train track those feet again. Arms come down. Stay where you're at. I'm turning around so you can see what I'm doing. Hands are going to frame the sacrum, that nice diamond-shaped bone in the back. They're drawing downward. The shoulders are drawing up. The shoulder blades are drawing down. Elbows are coming together. Heart leading forward. See, the heart comes forward through the chest. Nice, gentle upper back bend. And release, shake it out. So that little modular flow we just did, we're going to do that again, except we're going to add in a twist to it, all right? Let's get the blocks back where they need to be. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, find your center, find your mountain. Find your intention for this practice. Hands come to center, stepping that right foot back, train tracking the feet forward, and then taking that to the back, toes up, leg up, femur in. Inhale to rise. We're going to move into a prayer lunging twist. So what I'm going to do is take that knee down for this posture. I invite you to do the same. Let's get a blanket underneath that knee if you need a little more comfort, which we always do. All right, so inhaling, left arm high and tall and long. And then twist it over, taking that left elbow to the knee. I'm doing the same thing on this side with the hands, so the right hand is flat, the left hand is in a fist. It makes it a little easier to engage this twist. And breathe. My foot is strong. Toes are spread, arch is lifting. Just because you're twisting doesn't mean other parts of the body aren't working as well. So let's release that. Find our crescent, low lunge crescent this time, and hold. Let's take the hands down, and however you need to get back to standing, do. I'm going to sweep to the front. Feet are facing forward. I'm inhaling strongly to rise. Arms can come out. We're going to find our crescent to the front of the mat this time. I'm going to need this blanket, so let's move it back now. Inhale, looking for length. Bringing that knee down. Inhaling, right arm goes high. You can see all the length I'm getting in this body. I'm finding that length first, inhaling to assist it, and then finding that twist. Hands are the same. Foot is strong. This knee is over this ankle. Not jutting forward like that, but keeping that nice stacked. And breathing. One more full breath cycle here. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Slowly release that. Take right arm off the knee. Assist yourself forward. Inhale, find that crunch. Excuse me, crunch. Now making up new postures. That lunge one more time. Exhaling, arms down, and make your way to standing however you see fit. I'm giving a little leeway here to explore. Make your way up nice and easy. I'm going to get this blanket off to the side. Whew, wow, it's hard to talk and teach, guys, especially doing a little bit of a flow here, all right? So we're going to end that modular flowing balanced-esque twisting sequence with one final sun salutation. It's a cleansing one. It's going to be super slow. Move on your own pace. Move with your breath. We did these sun sals so you know where you're going, all right? We're going to do a sun salutation A. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, find that flat back. Exhale, step it back. Knees come down. Let's move into the child, exhaling. Inhaling, coming up forward, pulling through. Tucking toes. Exhaling, finding downward facing dog. Let's hold it here for just a second. Breathing, heels may be coming closer to the floor now in your practice. Hands are pushing firmly into the blocks. Shoulders are strong. Mind is calm and centered. On your next exhalation, walk your way to the front of the mat. Next inhale, find the flat back. And then exhale, fold forward. Let's just hang here for a minute. Go into a nice ragdoll dead hang. Hands can come to elbows. Belly's still strong because you want to protect that low back. Knees are bent. And breathing and centering. Release the arms. Just come up strongly, pushing the ground away. Knees are bent. Belly's engaged. I'm nice and strong. I'm not collapsing. I'm not rolling up. I'm strong coming up. Arms come overhead. Hands come down to heart center. Center. Return to your practice if your mind has wandered. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And allow ourselves to sigh it out. Really feel it. Breathe all the way down to your feet if you can. Inhale. Exhale. Allow yourself to sigh it out. One more. Really want to hear you sigh. Really make it deep. Really make it full-bodied. Inhaling. And let it go. Right. We're almost done here, guys. We're going to do a couple more core things on the ground, and then we'll move into some floor-based stuff and wind this all down. Come to some nice, relaxing, settling end twists. But before we do that, I got something for you, and it's a plank, and you're not going to like me, but that's okay. I'm not in this game to be liked. I'm in this game to teach. All right? So what we're going to do, and I'll make it a little easy for you. I'll take it a little bit easy on you home. We're going to go into some nice forearm planks, and what we're going to do is come down and bring our arms into a nice diamond shape, all right? Extend the feet back, and you can keep the knee down, that's fine. But extend the feet back, push through those heels, come up strongly, pushing them out of the way. You don't want to dip, you don't want to sag, you don't want the butt to lift. You want to be as flat as you can, pushing strongly away. And breathing. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Knees come down. Body comes down. Take a little bit of rest here. You can bring your hands together and place your forehead down. I can't because of this mic, as you can probably see. But just trust me. This is nice and restful. Okay, we're going to come back up into that forearm plank one more time and add a little variation to it, all right? So you can stay in the forearm plank, or I'm going to go to my side and open up. You can follow me there if you want. I'll give you a variation for that as well. But before we do, let's go ahead and lift. Find that forearm plank. You can see elbows underneath my shoulder here, all right? Leaving this left arm 45 degrees across the body. I'm going to begin to stack the feet. I'm assisting myself with this hand forward. I'm stacking the feet and then opening up into that side plank. Vashisthasana is what this is called in Sanskrit. All right? If that's too much, bring that foot down. And breathe. Lower the arm. Return to center any way you feel fit. Find that forearm plank again. We're going to go to the other side. So right arm stays across 45-degree angle across the body. We stack the feet or bring that foot down and then open up. Nice and strong. Both sides of my lateral body are strong. Breathing deeply. And then take that arm down. Return to center, return to that forearm plank, and then lower. All right, and since I've been telling you how much I think that the core is 360 degrees around the body, we need to do some back bending to close this part of the practice off. Back bending is very energetic, really enlivens the body, and just, I mean, you can feel your whole body crackle with energy when you do back bends. I love them, but I don't do them enough in my own practice. I need to do more of them. But we're going to do some nice, easy locust postures. So what we're going to do is come down even further. I've moved the blanket, as you can tell. We're going to come down even further onto the back, onto the stomach. Extending the feet long. We're touching the toes together. We're going to then take our arms long along the body. Palms are up in my position, in my case. I like them up. Breathing and settling. And I'm going to go into a back bend here. So from here, my tops of my hands are pushing firmly into the ground. And then I'm going to lift the toes. Toes are still together. Feet are still together. Extending long. Then the head comes up. And then the arms come up. And breathe. Do 3 breaths here. And then lower. And I'm going to do one more, but if that is enough for you at home, feel free to just rest right here. Turn your cheek to the side and just rest. You can bring your arms under like that. Just rest. I'm going to do one more. So if you're feeling it today, let's do another one. Toes together. Tops of the hands are into the ground, pushing strongly, and we inhale and lift, lift, and lift. Keep breathing. Fingers reaching long. I'm not crunching my neck. I'm looking down, just to 6 inches in front of me. One more breath here. And then lower with a sigh if you want. You've earned it. Take the cheek to the side again. And rest. We're done with the strenuous part of the practice, the challenging maneuvers. And we're going to enter into some floor postures. Really bring this down. Really begin to rest. So come up however you want, however your body requires you to get up to sitting. and then make your way onto the back. Okay, then. I'm going to do some twists here to settle this down. Twists are wonderful at the end of a practice because they really settle the body. They allow you to kind of put the practice away, so to speak, before we enter final resting pose. What I'm going to do for these twists, and I'm going to show you a couple ways to do these twists. I love twists. Everybody that practices yoga, almost everybody, loves twists, but sometimes people go into twists a little more deeply than they should, so I'm going to show you some ways to modify the twist and so you can get a little more depth out of it while we're maintaining that sense of comfort and relaxation that twists offer. So we'll go to the right side first so I can show you. So I've got 2 blankets stacked. It's very simple. We're going to lie on our back. Knees are still bent. And with the knees bent and the feet pressing into the floor, I'm going to lift my tailbone, my sacrum up at about 3 inches over to the left. All right, and settle that lower back. I'm going to bring the legs up into my chest, make sure those blankets are right by my side, and then let it go over. Take the knees over to the left. Let them settle on the blanket. You'll notice my knees are not level like I was showing you in that twist earlier. Don't let them be level. That's fine. It's okay. You might not be able to see it from the angle at home, but they're not stacked. And I don't want them to be stacked. I want to look for comfort and passivity in this posture. And breathe. Okay, we're coming out of this. So one leg at a time. We take the left leg off, relieve that tension in the back, and then we assist the right leg up to center. And we're going to take this posture to the other side. So any way you can make your way up and getting the blankets over to the other side of the body in the same position they were on the right side of the body, please do. Take your time. Take your time coming out of twists. Always take your time coming out of twists. Let's lie back again. With that being said, feet are into the ground. We're going to lift the sacrum tailbone up about 3 inches, shift it to the right about 3 inches, and then place it down gently. Draw the knees into the chest, and then take them over to the left side. Arms can come out. This left arm can rest on the right side of the knee if you need to help yourself get a little more out of this. Continue to breathe. Stay right here. If you want to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out of this and I'm going to show you one more quick tip way to get into a twist. I love doing twists this way. So if you're comfortable, stay where you're at. If you want to learn a little something at the end here, follow me. So I'm going to grab a block, place it to the right side. I'm going to go back to the right, coming back onto my back. I'm going to take my left leg up, rotate it inwardly, and then place that ankle on that knee. And then I'm going to bring that entire knee, ankle part of my body, congregation of knee and ankle here, and take it on over and place it on a block. So the knee and the foot and the ankle are resting on that block. It's just a different variation. It's a different approach. And you can do the same thing on the left side. Continue breathing and resting, settling. Noticing your mind state, noticing any physical shifts you've made during this practice, any mental shifts you've made, and potentially any emotional shifts you've made. Take note of them, acknowledge them, and then let them go. With that being said, we're going to come into our final posture. Move the block. Extend the feet, ankle, legs long. Extend the hands, fingertips long, feeling the shoulders draw back along the back, shoulders drawing down, shoulder blades resting, spreading, flattening the entire body, flattening, gravity taking over. Breathing begin to settle. Letting the breath go. Shavasana is not about dropping out. It's about dropping in to what's happening. Stay here if you want, 5-10 minutes. More if your schedule allows. Thank you for practicing with me. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Namaste.